Hi, welcome everyone. The following video is something that I highly recommend, and I find it essential for people interested in awareness teaching, non-duality, fourth way, as well as people interested in healing, somatic processing. And this video is meant to be very practical and offer something that is designed to address a certain trap, a certain bad situation. And that situation is that there is a big gap in many of the people I work with. It's a big gap between the level of knowledge and the level of being. You know what a lot of you, and this is a universal thing, it happens to me, it happens to everybody. We studied a lot of high teachings and we understand intellectually, spiritually, a lot of deep stuff. However, our ability to apply them and our being them is way below. And so the line of knowledge and the line of being, there's a big disparity. So at this level we cannot grow. So it's important to change the line of being so one can actually apply and implement these things in everyday life, and then one can grow. Otherwise it's remain disembodied and it doesn't help anybody. So this is it's a 2 weeks recommended exercise, and yeah, it's also meant to change this situation that of having a lukewarm practice. Having a lukewarm practice, we cannot really go deep into the truth of reality or discovering the presence of God or discovering our own presence or just learning how to have a foundation of witnessing and of presence, which is very necessary even when we are just trying to heal from aftermath of trauma, reactivity, various things like that. So yeah, check it out and join me for a 2 weeks, so to say, challenge to make your practice, inner practice, spiritual practice, less lukewarm, so it's getting more hot. And also, although I'm primarily talking to a lot of people here that are, it's about awakening and consciousness, this exercise that I'm offering here, it is very useful also as a way for self-regulation, to find some kind of soothing, to find a little bit of come out of the washing machine of the pain body and the thoughts and feelings and take refuge in presence, in mindfulness, in the now. This is good for anybody. All right, so check it out. Thank you. Hi everyone. I would like to suggest, recommend, offer a practice, an exercise for the people I'm working with in Circle of Being circles, but also for anybody out there who is somehow resonating with the so-called awareness path, meaning cultivation of awareness or discovery of the nature of awareness, or anything to do with this type of mindfulness, self-inquiry, being present, self-observation, witnessing. So all of this is the path of awareness. It's a style of path up the spiritual mountain, kind of using that, exploring that, deepening that, the so-called aware being, as the portal and the elevator taking us where we think we want to go, like discovery of the presence of God, or becoming free, or seeing through the illusion of separation, or fulfilling one's potential of consciousness. However we call it, there are different ways to go about it. And so this exercise, practice, is for anybody somehow toying and playing with these awareness practices. Yeah. So I'll just say a little bit more. This video is prompted by working with people who I know them, and they are earnest you are earnest, and then you are genuine, and you are deeply interested in this stuff, and it touches you, and you are trying to do it, to become it. You are trying to apply it. But what I see, and this is not because of you guys, but this is the human condition and the such a difficult state of humanity that we are in, such a low level of self-consciousness, where in spite of the fact that you want this, and I know you are sincere and open and honest and genuine, and you are studying fourth way teachings, or Vipassana teachings, or Buddhist teaching, non-dual teachings, tantric teachings, whatever, Eckhart Tolle, Adyashanti, whoever, you are studying all of this. You are journaling and making notes. You are watching hours and hours of videos on YouTube, guided meditation. So yeah, in spite of all of that, somehow the pull of unconscious life and unconscious operating and living blindly in a constant busyness is way too strong. So then, in spite of the genuine desire and earnestness, there is not enough time, or almost no time at all, put into this practice of exploring presence, tuning back into the presence, being present, however we call it, self-remembering, being remembering. So it's not enough time put there. And therefore, and a lot of the time is still lived in the old way, which is just be busy and work hard, and anxiety, and there's no time, and therefore the whole God-given energies are wasted, basically. I mean, of course, we all have to pay rent and have jobs and take care of this or that, so we have to do that. But if we really want to make a dent in this deep unconscious and torturous state of sleep we are in, we got to change something about putting more time, more energy to actual practice. So, and I'm not talking now about meditation, yeah? I definitely find it that it's important for somebody who is seriously interested in these noble higher aims, sooner or later will be interested and be able to carve some time to meditate along the lines that I'm talking about. Yeah, because this shows, put your money where the mouth is, yeah, where the spiritual rubber hits the road, you know. So waking up in the morning, instead of going out in self-forgetfulness, busyness, stress, do, yeah, all day, then I put God first, I put my aim first, I put presence first, and so I allocate some time for this meditation, which will be just special time to do nothing, but practice while we are talking in our group and all of that. But I'm not even talking about that now. I'm talking about something actually simpler and yet more difficult, is that even if you were able to do, let's say, 30-minute every day meditation, will be awesome. That will be awesome. So if you do that, just come to me, I'll give you a special pen. Good job. But even if you do that, then the danger is that it can become compartmentalized. Your consciousness efforts, your attempts of witnessing the mind instead of being sucked in daydreaming, and your efforts to be present to the inner body and to allow feelings and sensations with equanimity, and to be present to the environment. So to really be present, open to reality, and then to stay with the presence, to be interested in the presence, to rest as the presence. Yeah. So even if you were to do that 30 minutes a day, the danger is that it becomes compartmentalized. meaning that the meditation stops and you bow or some bell, and then the setting changes, like meditation ended, and now I'm going back to momentum, this momentum of busyness, of doingness, of runningness, of escapingness, which could be either through people are highly effective and busy and doers, or can be in a highly effective, busy pattern of escaping myself and being on social media, being distracted, being all the time somewhere else. Yeah. So what is important is to develop a solid carved time to go deep into what we are doing here in the form of meditation, self-remembering meditation. But it is important to develop a habit to bring the same effort, the same attempts in everyday busy life. Fourth way especially, and all the YouTube spirituality these days is not for monks, it's for householders, for people in life. So to bring these efforts towards presence and all the things we are reading and studying, to bring them in everyday life, yeah? So after all of this introduction, here's the exercise. It's pretty simple. For 2 weeks, I recommend, for 2 weeks, is that twice a day, you just stop your doingness, stop paddling, stop all the stuff, just stop. And whether you are sitting or you are walking or something, just focus for 6 minutes, 6 minutes out of your day, 6 minutes where you do this active presence meditation, so to say, in the form of, okay, you drop, and for 6 minutes, being very present to our experience, our experience here and now, being present, and instead of being lost in daydreaming, we are being present to the body breathing, being present to the feet on the ground, and noticing whatever energies are happening and just allow them and be the witness of them. Then the eyes open. I recommend these 6 minutes open-eyed. Just be like these toddlers, conscious toddler. Just look at the clouds, look at the people, while being aware of yourself looking. Yeah. So being very present to the totality of reality. Yeah, they are sights, sounds, beauty, sensations, feelings, thoughts. You're just staying present instead of doing, instead of resisting anything. Just being present. 6 minutes. Yeah, that's what I recommend, and I recommend do it twice a day. This will be a test. And if you decide, if you happen to start to implement this, you will see it will give you much more than 12 minutes of conscious effort. What happens is that, as Rumi said, or Sufi master said, that draw near to God and God will draw near to you. So if I look at this phrase esoterically, and we mean God as the presence, presence. So if I make effort toward getting out of the mind and into the present and into the presence, I make active effort, knock, it shall be open to you. Seek and you shall find, yeah? Jesus said. So if we do this effort, this effort, this conscious effort is like knocking, seeking, asking, yeah? And then, first of all, it will feel good. It will feel good, actually. Or soon it will feel good. It's some coming back home in the present. It's the only thing that's real. Taking a vacation from my imaginings, from my chasing, from my resisting, from my fearing. Just be. And see what's here without the veil of interpretation and comments. And And you may notice that actually you are not calm. Maybe you'll notice that maybe you are not calm. It's like some called anxiety, feeling stuff in the body. Take a few deep breaths and just allow this anxiety. Allow it. Don't analyze it. Don't try to change it. Just the consciousness, the presence is like the mother, a good mother, and the anxiety is like a child. So the mother just needs to be there. Yeah? So if we do this for these 6 or 12 minutes, what you will see is that you will be at your office or you will be driving, and then you are not planning to do this, but then it hits you, the impulse to be present, or presence itself dawns on you. Yeah, so draw near to presence, and presence will come to you more. Yeah, so in this way you also develop this kind of essential practice in the fourth way, Gurdjieff teachings, of this portable presence practice, self-observation, self-remembering. And all of these are just, for a long time, there are ways in which we are consciously struggling with sleep, as we are going to attempt to do this for twice a day, 12 minutes. You will see that there will be a lot of forces kind of preventing you to do that. All kind of, it's like that's the story of the temptation, all the masters. See, oh no, I got to do this, I don't have time now, I need to eat something, I got to make this phone call, this is boring. And you will see all of these forces. Just watch, don't get involved, and stay in that break, in that mini break. Yeah, this is an essential practice also in Tibetan Dzogchen practice, like short breaks into presence, many short remembrances. That's how we grow on this path. First of all, we need to have these short glimpses. The light turns on, and then turns off, on, off, on, off. So then, but the idea that we grow, as they say in the fourth way, self-consciousness grows through 3 parameters. More frequency. Then as the frequency starts to be more often, but it doesn't last long, it's a few seconds, another few seconds, but then it starts to develop this momentum. So there's more frequency of remembrance, more frequency of coming out of the mind and of witnessing, of allowing. Then it gets into duration. That muscle grows, or that consciousness, the being, gets toned in a way that basically we are not so identified with every arising. Yeah. So then it gets longer. It can have longer periods. Even a minute is very long. Longer periods of just conscious being. Yeah. And only later, as these accumulate, then it gets depth. The third parameter, yeah? Frequency, duration, and depth of self-consciousness, self-awareness. Only then there's a depth. And the depth here, it's not accessible without more frequency and duration. So the depth is to actually see, to explore the nature of the presence, and to see what is this presence. Is this limited? Is it, there are layers, there are dimensions, there are God, there's So, but we can't go to all of these deep realizations if all day, every day, we are asleep, oblivious, busy, caught up in momentums. Yeah. So this is not a lot I'm asking you. This is, you're coming to me as some sort of a guide. This is what I'm saying. It's really important. It's not a lot. 6 minutes, twice a day. You can do it, you are sitting. You can do it, you are walking. You can lie down. Just don't fall asleep. All right, everyone. So let me know how it goes, and I am going to do it myself. It's a wonderful reminder, and yeah. Thank you.